Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Tosanak recreation area. I am so glad that you guys all did your magic and kept the rain away. So we have a beautiful day to kind of hike by the amphitheater and see what wildflowers. I did a little pre-hike. There are some new ones up and some of the others are just starting to get in their peak, so it is really getting pretty out here. So let me get you turned around. And you'll see as we look through the woods, not only is it greening up more, but you'll see a lot more of the small white anemone flowers that are definitely coming on, and the little pink spring beauties are kind of finishing up. So they're kind of taking turns with each other. So here are some of the spring beauties that are still hanging on, and then here is an anemone that's starting. And if you remember, a while ago we talked about the trout lily or dogtooth violets. Those are now seem to be in their peak. So here is one right here. You can see their leaves are kind of shaped like a fish with kind of some modeling that are resembling the trout, and this is the flower here. It's kind of an upside down, almost violet looking. I'll find one that's a little bit more open, but they kind of hang upside down. So hi Larry and Sharon, hope you guys are enjoying the hike today. You can definitely see how the woods is getting a lot more green, and the flowers are definitely taking over. There's a lot more of those anemones. Remember I told you they would be just a solid sheet of white as we go across. So that's kind of a neat thing to see. This has been kind of a crazy day from our showers this morning, and when I came down here it looked like it was going to rain on me again for the hike, but luckily it stayed away and the sun came out, so that's always good. And yesterday at the Fossil and Prairie Park, remember we saw some May apples which I hadn't seen yet. And here they are open at the Tosanak recreation area. To me they look like kind of like little palm trees or umbrellas. So the first year they'll just have one stem and the canopy of leaves. The second year they get a little branching here, and then this will be the flower. In between those leaves is where there'll be one white flower. So we'll watch for those in the coming weeks. As you saw, just a bud right now, but that will definitely be getting to a really pretty white flower. And you can see that where there's one mayapple, there will be, hi Angie, there will be kind of a grouping of them. And there's a big one coming up here. As I said, we're nearing the amphitheater area. So it's kind of a neat setup here with benches. It's obviously great for my programs. We've had some weddings here. This is where the scouts had some of their ceremonies. And you can see kind of this big grouping here of May-apples. And May-apples are kind of neat. Also, that's a neat spot to find tree frogs. They will camouflage very easily on the May-apple leaf. Kind of like to hang out there. So we'll kind of continue down towards the river. It's amazing how warm it's become after the clouds have kind of gone away. For the birds I've seen, we have lots of different kinds of woodpeckers here. I actually saw a pileated woodpecker fly by. The pileated woodpecker is the one that resembles Woody Woodpecker, for those of you that have watched the Woody Woodpecker cartoons. It's a large woodpecker, and it does have the red head with kind of that crest off of it. So that's my best description I can give to you. So you can see all of the anemones that are going. And here is another spring flower. See if I can get a good spot. The leaves are just starting to come up here, but these heart-leafed ones right here That is wild ginger. And their flower is kind of a rusty red flower, and it opens up and basically lays on the ground. It is pollinated by beetles. So instead of being ready for a flying pollinator, it's on the ground so that a walking pollinator can just walk in and pollinate it. So that's kind of a neat one that's just starting to come up. Who knows, in another week I'll probably be able to show you the flowers of those. These nice spring showers and then a warm-up is going to make everything start to grow. Pretty soon we'll all be mowing our yards if you haven't already. I think our staff is getting our lawnmowers ready. It won't be long and we'll be mowing our areas, and hopefully, fingers crossed, some of our campgrounds will also be opening. For those of you that are curious, right now we have the date for our campgrounds to be opening on May 22nd, which is a Friday. So if everything goes according to plan and the governor allows it, we will be opening for Memorial Day weekend. So it'll be a great time to get out. Here are some Dutchman's breeches that are still hanging out there. It's one of those first ones too, so it won't be long until they will be done blooming for the spring. So we'll take a little hike down the trail here and we'll go down and see what the river is doing today. So definitely hope you guys were able to get out over the weekend or yesterday. I know our parking lot at the Fossil Prairie Park was full of cars yesterday. Everyone taking advantage of the nice weather, getting outside. And I've been happy to say that I've been seeing a lot of social distancing. So it's nice that everyone is being responsible and getting outside, but still following the recommendations. You can kind of see here in the leaves the bloodroot leaf, which is this one right here. Remember I said it looks like the Batman with the head and then the wings. So those are all done for the season. We just have the leaves that are finishing up. There's a lot of spring beauties in there, but those two will be just about getting ready to finish up as the anemones are peaking. I did see some bluebells here and there. They are opening. So next week we will be down at the Oxbow area and see what that carpet of blue and white from the bluebells and the anemones looks like. So kind of a teaser alert. Usually the beginning of May is when those are on peak, so we will definitely go down to the Oxbow area next week. Quite honestly, with the weather, I didn't want to get all the way down there and have it start raining on me. I know I don't melt, but that was my thought. That was my reasoning. So come down here to the river. If you can hear the chainsaw behind us. There's a rooster ringneck pheasant across the river announcing his presence. I know there's a lot of turkey hunters that will be going out for this last season. Oh, and if we go down there, here's some bluebells as we get closer to the river. See if you can see those bluebells in there. They are open. There's that shape. You see some of them are kind of more pink and a little bit more purple than others, but and the river has really come down a lot. If you remember from the first time, this concrete pad was totally underwater. So now it's exposed. This is a great place to go fishing. Water's come down a lot. Nice and calm there. Like I said, if you ever want to get outside, don't feel like you have to get out and hike and go and find stuff. Definitely just find out and sit and relax and see what's going on around you. If you can find any flowers to sit by, watch some of the pollinators come, or just have a nice spot in the woods and watch the birds fly by, just to kind of sit and relax. So spring has definitely come to the woods. You can see that we've gained a lot more wildflowers from our first hikes. It's a lot nicer weather. And like I said, this little spring rains that we've had these last couple days are definitely going to add to that. So if you get an opportunity to get outside, please do while the weather's nice. You can come to one of our parks in Floyd County or just go outside to your backyard.